Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to learn about migrating to Azure DevOps. Within that, we will learn about what is GitHub and what if you are not a Microsoft .NET organization, what can you do about it? My name is Sushant Satish, and I'm your trainer for this Microsoft Certified Azure DevOps Engineer Expert Certification course. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So, what is GitHub and what is it used for? To understand GitHub, you must first have an understanding of Git. Git is an open source version control system. So, what makes GitHub so special? Git is a command line tool, but it centers around which all things involving Git revolves in the hub, where developers store their projects and network with like minded people. GitHub is where you can record or rewind any changes to your code to keep you and your team in sync. So, what if you are not a Microsoft or .NET organization? Azure DevOps is not focused at organizations that are end-to-end Microsoft or Windows. Azure DevOps provide a platform that is flexible so that you don't have to go all in on Azure DevOps. It is possible to adopt each of these services independently and integrate them with your existing tool chain. And most popular tools are supported. And Azure DevOps is cross platform as well. It is designed to work with any platform such as Linux, Mac operating system, or Windows, or languages including Node.js, Python, Java, PHP, Ruby, C, C++, .NET, Android, and iOS apps. Azure DevOps is not just aimed at organizations building and shipping on Microsoft technology stack. And Azure DevOps is cloud agnostic. Continuous delivery is supported to AWS and GCP as well as to Azure. Let's look into how you can design an authorization and access strategy. Azure DevOps Services uses enterprise-grade authentication. You can use either a Microsoft account, GitHub account, or Azure Active Directory to protect and secure your data. Many client applications such as Visual Studio or Azure DevOps natively supports this indication by another Microsoft account or Azure AD. When you need a non-Microsoft tool like Git, NuGet, or Xcode to integrate directly with Azure DevOps Services, and tools don't directly support Microsoft account or Azure AD for authentication, you can still use them by setting up personal access tokens. These tokens can be set up using Git credential managers or you can create them manually. Personal access tokens are also useful when you need to establish access in command line tools or in tools and tasks in build pipelines and when calling REST-based APIs because you don't have a UI popping out to perform the authentication. When access is no longer required, you can then just revoke the personal access token. Azure DevOps is pre-configured by default directory groups, and the default permissions are assigned to the default security groups. But you can also configure access to the organizational level, the collection level, and at the project or object level. In the organizational setting in Azure DevOps, you can configure app access policies. Based on your security policies, you might allow alternate authentication methods and allow third-party application to access via OAuth or even allow anonymous access to some projects. For even tighter control, you can set conditional access to Azure DevOps. This offers simple ways to help secure resources when using Azure Active Directory for authentication. Conditional access policies such as multi-factor authentication can help you minimize the risk of compromised credentials. As part of a conditional access policy, you might require security group membership, a location or network identity, a specific operating system, a managed device, or other criteria. Let's look into migrating or integrating existing work management tools. Azure DevOps can be integrated with variety of existing work management tools. As an example, in the Visual Studio Marketplace, Microsoft offers Trello integration tooling. Migrating from other work management tools to Azure DevOps takes considerable planning. Most work management tools are highly configurable by the end user. This means that there might not be a tool available that will perform the migration without further configuration. Jira is commonly used work management tool. In the Visual Studio Marketplace, Solidify offers a tool for Jira to Azure DevOps migration. It does the migration in two phases. Jira issues are exported to files and then files are imported to Azure DevOps. If you decide to try to write the migration code yourself, you can do it as well. There are lots of blogs which provide a sample code that might help you get started in that. Third-party organizations do offer commercial tooling to assist with migrating other work management tools like AHA, Bazilla, ClearQuest, and others to Azure DevOps. Let's look into migrating or integrating existing test management tools. Azure test plans are used to track manual testing for sprints and milestones. This allows you to track when the testing is complete. And Azure DevOps also has a test and feedback extension available in Visual Studio Marketplace. The extension is used to help teams perform exploratory testing and provide feedback. All team members, including developers, product owners, managers, UX and UI engineers, marketing teams, early adopters, and other stakeholders can use the extension to submit bugs or provide feedbacks. Apache JMeter is open source software written in Java and designed to load test functional behavior and measure performance. And Pester is a tool that can be used to automate the testing of PowerShell code. And SOAP UI is another testing framework for SOAP and REST testing. If you are using Microsoft Test Manager, you should plan to migrate to using Azure Test Plan instead. Now that we have completed the module 1, in the next video, we're going to do a quick knowledge check on all the things what we have learned in module 1. So we'll see you on the next one. Till then, take care.